Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Gator EFX hard folding cover on this GM 2500. The tools we'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with 1/2-inch socket and scissors. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is install our bulkhead seal, and that's going to go on top of the bulkhead all the way from one bed cap cut in place to the other bed cap. We want it as back far away from the cab as possible while still being vertical on top. Bring it all the way up against the bed cap. Bear down to get initial adhesion. Now I've already wiped down this surface with rubbing alcohol. You want to do that before you get started with this. Okay, so here is our driver's side rail. Now up at the very front, you're gonna notice we got a little foam block. We're gonna pull that off. This is our drain cup, and here is our drain spout at the bottom. Now you'll also get a drain tube that would be pushed up onto that drain barb. You can route that drain tube out the bed of the truck. If you've got a plastic drop-in liner, there's usually a hole right around this tie-down cleat. You can route it through there. If you have no bed liner or a spray-in bed liner, there's typically a hole right back here in the side of the bed going into the stake pocket. You can cut it and route it out that hole. This truck has a Husky full bed liner, so what we're going to do is just pull this back. This material is waterproof, so what I can do is allow the drain tube or the drain spout just to go back into there. Any type of runoff water that drops in there will then filter down and then go out the regular weep holes of the truck. So next what I want to do, this is sitting on top of the bed cap, kind of like a little bit of a shelf there. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this up. And I'll point out inside here we've got a channel that's run all the way front to back in the rail. Now, that channel is for our clamps. So let me set this over here. This is the clamp kit we're going to have in our kit. What we're going to do is unscrew the bolt and set the bolt and washer off to the side. And we've got two clamp halves. We've got one that's threaded. We're not going to be using that right now. We're going to turn our attention to the one that's got the oval hole. Now the shape of this clamp up top is going to fit inside that channel. So what we're going to do is going to go right about the center of the bed cap. We're going to insert that clamp and then click it in place. Now that can slide back and forth inside the channel. So what I'm going to do is rotate this down, make sure that the drain cup is terminating where it's supposed to be, and also push it all the way up against the bulkhead. Now I'm also going to reach down underneath the bed cap and feel for any obstructions that might be hanging down that would get in the way of clamping together. There's something that's right about here, so if my clamp was here, I'd want to move it to where it's not hitting that obstruction. Now before I attach that clamp, I'm going to go right here. I want to point out that I don't have any support behind this plastic bed cap cover. The metal flange is back here and there's a gap between the two. So we need to eliminate that gap. In our kit, we're going to have a gap filler. What we'll do is just kind of peel that back and slide that gap filler up in there, and now we don't have any give right there. So I'm going to go ahead and set this back into place all the way forward. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the other side of the clamp, go back behind the bed cap. Now you'll notice there are two notches in the front clamp half that I can allow this to nest into. I want to make sure it nests into the upper notch, not the lower notch. I'm going to hold these two pieces together, grab my bolt with washer, and go ahead and thread it into place. Let me get it hand tight first. Now as I'm tightening this down, this rail still is wiggling around, so I want to make sure it's all the way up against the bed cap and pushed down. All right, next what I'm going to do is take my 1/2-inch socket with ratchet, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down to 10 foot-pounds. As I'm doing that, I'm going to bear down on the top of the rail, and then also kind of pull up on the bottom of the rail to keep this nice and level. All right, next we're going to go up towards the front of the bed of the truck. Now we're going to follow this metal flange up to where it ends. Now over here, I don't have any support behind that metal flange. I would need a gap filler, but right up here at the very front, it does actually come together. I don't need a gap filler there. So what I'm going to do is take my clamp, slide it up in place, let it click in place, make sure we're in the right location, and that there aren't any obstructions back behind here that would prevent the clamp from coming together. And then we're going to take our other clamp half, slide it up in place, and again, make sure that we're nesting into that upper notch, not the lower notch. In order to do that, I'm kind of pushing down on the rail and pulling out so we can get that all lined up. I'm going to hold that together. Again, put the bolt and washer in, get it hand tight, and we're going to tighten that down to 10 foot-pounds as well. Again, making sure we bear down on the rail and pull up to keep that rail nice and level while we're tightening. Now when we come back down to the tailgate end, if you have a multi-pro or multi-flex tailgate, you'll have a tailgate handle that takes up this space. If you have that, you'll want to use the same type of clamp right back here. If you go far enough back, again, you're going to have support behind the plastic bed cap cover, and you won't need a gap filler. If you do not have that handle, we can also use our stake pocket clamp. Now, underneath the stake pocket here in the bed of the truck, there's actually a hole. I've already made a little incision in my liner. There's a hole going into the stake pocket right here. So this bolt can fit through there. What we're going to do is take and put our stake pocket clamp in place. Just clip it in just like you did the others. We're going to find that hole, line it up to where that hole is. And now we can go ahead and insert this bolt into that hole. Now from the inside of the stake pocket, we're going to have the other half of our stake pocket clamp. That's threaded. We're going to drop this down and put it up to the bolt and thread that into place. And then we'll tighten it down the same way we've been tightening it down before. All right, again, we want to make sure it's all the way up against the bed cap. We bear down and kind of twist up at the same time. And we'll go ahead and tighten this down also to 10 foot-pounds. All right, repeat the same steps on the rail from the opposite side. Okay, now if you've installed a stake pocket clamp and you want to stiffen up the rail just a little bit more, we do have that other clamp. I'm going to go ahead and install that just because we have it. Why not go ahead and use it? All right, now if you're using the stake pocket clamp, the use of this clamp is optional. Okay, now here is the cover. I pulled it out of the box and I flipped it upside down because I wanted to see the bottom of the cover. Now what I want to point out is we've got two channels that are attached to the bottom of the cover on this side and two channels on that side. Those are for our cover retaining clamps. So we're going to go ahead and loosely install these for right now. What we do, loosen up that star knob and then you push up on that star knob and we're going to have a carriage bolt that's going to stick up. What we're going to do is slide that carriage bolt into this channel and that channel is going to capture the square head of the carriage bolt so the bolt can't spin. And next, for right now, we're just going to kind of set this in place and just get it kind of snug right here. We don't want this too far over because we're going to be laying this on top of the rails. We want the rail to be able to land right here. Do that with the other cover retaining clamp. So basically, I just have it loosely installed right to the back side of that bracket. Install the other two on the opposite side the same way. Okay, now let's go ahead and lift up the cover and set it on top of our bed caps. I want the front seal to go over top of the bulkhead seal. I want this all the way up against the bulkhead. We also want to center it side to side. All right, now one panel at a time, we're going to go ahead and fold it back towards the tailgate, making sure as we go, we keep it centered side to side. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and check engagement of the tailgate. So we're going to lift the cover up and let it set on top of the rails. I'll go ahead and close the tailgate. I'm going to take a look, make sure that it's far enough back where it's actually going to engage the tailgate and that it's nice and straight. It does look like it needs to come back just a little bit. There we go. Now that we've got the alignment set in position, what we're going to do is lower the tailgate, very gently fold it up to the cab so that then we can climb underneath and set those cover retaining clamps. Okay, now we're underneath the cover on the driver's side. This is our driver's side rail, and this is our cover retaining clamp that's closest to the tailgate. So what we're going to do is loosen that up. All right, now there's a couple of things I want to point out. First of all, we've got a little notch on the back side of the cover retaining clamp. That needs to stay inside this channel when we move in and out. Next, we've also got a groove that runs in this side of the cover retaining clamp that's going to trap the rail. Once we've got that in place, go ahead and snug that down. Don't over tighten it, just get it nice and snug. We're going to go ahead and move up to the very front one right behind the bulkhead. We're going to do this one the exact same way. Again, don't over tighten these, just get them nice and snug. And once you do that, go ahead and repeat the same process on the opposite side. All right, now we're going to go ahead and mount our retriever tool. So this is our retriever tool. It's going to hang right about here. We're going to put it on the driver's side. You can also do the same thing on the passenger side. What we're going to do is we're going to notice in our kit we've got two different types of hooks. This is called a clearance hook. It just allows the retriever tool to rest into it. And then we also have a snap hook, which the retrieval tool will snap into. So the snap hook we're going to install first. What we're going to do is we're going to go kind of far back on the rail, close to the tailgate. And then back in here, we've got a little piece that's going to hook the back side of the rail. And once that's hooked into the back side of the rail, we just rotate that up and snap it into place, just like so. Now, that's nice and tight in there. Next, what we're going to do is I'm just going to rest the cargo retriever on the snap hook right now so I can see where I want to place the next hook, and that's going to be up here. So I'm going to set the cargo retriever down, install the next hook the exact same way, snap it in place, and then the last one we're just going to put right in the middle. This is also not a snap hook, just the hook to hold it in place. All right, now we can set a retriever tool and then snap it in place, and we're ready to drive down the road with it. All right, now if you're going to be driving with the cover in this position with it open, you want to first make sure the cover slid all the way forward. Take our strap, plug it into the clip receiver, and then cinch it down. Once you do that on both sides, you're ready to drive down the highway. That prevents air from getting underneath the cover. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts, visit us online, or check out our list of dealers near you.